Easter at its heart is about tradition, family around the table, and simple food made with care. And there's nothing more timeless than a platter of deviled eggs. But today, we're giving them a little springtime twist. It's a humble appetizer with just enough flair to make it feel special, and we're making it all right here, outdoors. Join me out here in the fresh spring air, and let's bring a little old-fashioned charm back to the Easter table. This is what we'll use for today's recipe. 6 large eggs, 1/4 cup of mayo, 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of sweet gherkin pickle juice, 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, 2 dashes of hot sauce, 1 tablespoon of chives for garnish, smoked salmon for garnish, smoked paprika for garnish. We'll start off by peeling 6 boiled eggs. And here's a little trick. Tap the wider end first. That's where the air pocket is. It gives you a good start so the shell slides off cleaner. Now that the eggs are peeled, we'll slice them right down the middle lengthwise. Use a clean, sharp knife and give it a quick wipe between cuts if the yolk starts to stick. You want clean edges nice and neat. Deviled eggs go way back, like ancient Rome back. Romans used to boil eggs, mix the yolks with spicy sauces, and serve them as starters. The word deviled started popping up in the 1700s. It just meant the food had heat or bold seasoning. Once the eggs are sliced, just use a small spoon or even your fingers to gently scoop out those yolks. They should pop out pretty easily if the eggs are cooked just right. Try not to tear the whites. They're the little boats that hold all that creamy filling, and we want them looking their best. Now we'll start building that creamy filling. Add in about a 1/4 cup of good mayo. It's what gives deviled eggs that rich, velvety texture everyone loves. Next, let's add a teaspoon of yellow mustard for that classic bright deviled egg tang, and a teaspoon of Dijon to give it just a little more depth and bite. Next up, 1 teaspoon of sweet gherkin pickle juice. This might sound like a small splash, but it adds a subtle tang and sweetness that balances out all the richness from the mayo and yolks. Now add just 1/2 teaspoon of sugar and 2 or 3 dashes of your favorite hot sauce. Give it a pinch of salt and a pinch of black pepper. Just enough to bring the yolks to life without overpowering the other flavors. Now, just mash it all together. Yolks, mayo, mustard, pickle juice, sugar, salt, pepper, everything we've built so far. You want it smooth, creamy, and spoonable. Deviled eggs became an Easter favorite thanks to their simplicity, versatility, and deep connection to springtime gatherings. Made from everyday ingredients like eggs, mayo, and spices, they were easy to prepare and perfect for sharing. Their portability made them a staple, and their connection to the egg, a symbol of rebirth and new life, fit naturally into Easter traditions. Let's get the garnish ready. Start by finely chopping a few sprigs of fresh chives. They add a mild onion flavor and a pop of green that really brightens the plate. Then take your smoked salmon and cut it into small squares, just enough to sit neatly on top of each deviled egg. You're not looking for a big bite, just a little touch of richness and smoke to finish them off. Now it's time to fill these beauties. Spoon the yolk mixture into a piping bag, or a Ziploc bag with the corner snipped off works just fine. It keeps things clean and makes the filling look neat and consistent. Give each one a generous swirl. Not too fussy, just enough to fill the egg and leave a little height for those garnishes we prepped. Let's bring it all together. Start with a handful of microgreens, Lay them out across your serving board like a bed of spring greens. They add freshness, color, and just a touch of that Easter garden feel. Then nestle each deviled egg right on top. Now finish each egg with a sprinkle of those fresh chopped chives. They add a light onion bite and that bright green pop that makes everything feel fresh and spring ready. Take those tiny squares of smoked salmon and place one right on top of each deviled egg. It doesn't take much. Just a small piece adds that buttery texture and gentle smokiness that makes these feel a little more special. And to finish it off, give each egg a light dusting of smoked paprika. Not too much, just enough to add a little color and that whisper of smoky warmth. It's the classic deviled egg finish, but with everything we've added, this one's got a little more story to tell. And here it is, Easter deviled eggs. Creamy, tangy, a little sweet from the pickle juice, and that smoked salmon just takes it up a notch. If you're planning an Easter brunch, spring picnic, or just want to bring something a little special to the table, give these a shot. They're simple, rustic, and guaranteed to disappear fast. If you like this recipe, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments how you put your spin on deviled eggs. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. We're cooking bold, fire-kissed food outdoors all season long. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful Easter, and I'll see you next time.
That was a very tasty bite. Good job, Alice.
It's really good. Very good.
Very savory and creamy. It's a perfect snack.